The University of Minnesota Extension and North Dakota State University Extension Service have developed Recovery After Disaster, the Family Financial Toolkit, to assist in financial recovery from disaster. The toolkit is free and available at this website. In a perfect world, we would be prepared for a disaster, but we know that this is not always the case. This video series has been developed to assist in the immediate need for financial recovery information following a disaster. The 6 videos in this series will identify important financial considerations for your disaster recovery. Resilience is important in your ability to deal with and adapt to change after a disaster. In this video, we will discuss 5 key components to resiliency for you to consider as you go through your recovery. These steps are outlined in the Family Financial Toolkit, Unit 3, Bounce Back and Adapt Journal. F. Foster hope. A. Act with purpose. C. Connect with others. T. Take care of yourself. S. Search for meaning. Fostering hope involves having confidence in yourself, believing that you have the ability to recover from disaster and to make the necessary decisions. It also involves keeping things in perspective and helping others to have confidence in themselves.
Resilience was an ability kind of built into us. Everyone has that ability. That's one of the first things to lay hold of. Everyone has it. What does it take to access resilience, to access the ability to hope? One of the things is to find a way, and often it takes help, to step back and see things in a whole. Not just see the hole where my house was, but to see the whole of things. What went before? What's possible after? What's really valuable? Yeah, I've lost my stuff, but here's my family with me.
Just go forward. You can't do it in a week, and you're not going to do it in a month. You just do little bits at a time, and whatever you can do, you do. And if you can take care of this today and that tomorrow and whatever, you just do whatever you can do, and you just keep on going.
Some individuals, families, businesses, and communities that are especially hit hard by a disaster may need a long time and specialized assistance to recover. A long-term recovery committee may be established to meet these assistance needs. While recovering from a disaster, it is important to act with purpose. This involves setting goals, making a plan to meet your goals, and acting to move toward the goals. This also involves balancing and prioritizing all of the demands in one's life, which may include family, employment, taking care of others. A copy of a contact list, calendar, and to-do list are available in the Family Financial Toolkit, Unit 2.
In time of a crisis or a disaster, we often want to act or react in order to remedy the situation as quickly as we can to make things seem more normal. And we don't necessarily look at the long-term implications of that and the other decisions that might also be impacted by that one particular decision. And so by being able to use some of the tools that are available in our Family Financial Toolkit, you're able to look at goal setting and prioritizing, and to really take a look at what needs to be done immediately and what maybe comes a little bit further down the line, and be able to balance some of those needs.
One of the things that we did as a family was to look at, what are our short-term needs and what are our long-term needs, and I think that really helped us be able to tackle those short-term needs and kind of get some quick wins, as it were, and so we weren't so overwhelmed at looking at the big picture.
Oftentimes, people may feel isolated following a disaster. Connections with family, friends, and others provide a buffer against stress and can help you to clean up, organize, and rebuild after a disaster. Just knowing that others are there to emotionally support you can be a source of strength. It is important for survivors to stay connected with groups that provide disaster recovery support. The Long-Term Recovery Committee may be a source of information and provide opportunities to stay connected to others.
It's important that they are connected to other people who they trust and that care about their circumstances, and as they're going through the recovery that they can reach out if they have a particular need. Rely on family and friends because they want to be there to help you heal. It's not something that you can do all on your own.
If you need help, you have to ask, because up here, which I can speak to, there's a lot of people ready to help. If you just ask for help, it's there. If the person you're talking to can't deliver it, that person may know the person that can. And I think it just takes that initial first step of saying, yeah, I need help with my yard. I need help, figuring out how I'm going to insulate my house. I need help figuring out what I'm going to do financially. If you just make that initial question, ask that initial question, it can really snowball and lead to some answers.
Disaster survivors oftentimes become consumed with day-to-day demands, recovery activities, work, and taking care of others. Taking care of your own physical and emotional health is important for you to continue these activities throughout your recovery.
A lot of people right after a flood want to work, just get it done. And it's important that they rest, or they'll begin to really have severe emotional and physical health issues. We want them to keep a routine. It's important if they always had coffee or tea with their husband or wife at 9 o'clock every night, that they continue to do that and not keep pushing until midnight and 1 o'clock. It's really important to keep your relationships tight. It's important that we have routine and check-in points with good friends, with worship for ourselves if we're part of a faith community, with our own family.
We've heard it many times, you can't care for others unless you're taking care of yourself, and so I can't emphasize that enough.
Searching for meaning in a disaster may not be easy to do, but being able to recognize positives in the midst of disaster may provide you the ability to move forward in your recovery efforts.
It's important because we are people with souls. We are people of depth. And we can't just go from being hit by a tragedy and not process that. If we're going to be capable and responsible and caring individuals for the future, then we have to make sense out of our world. And when the world has been taken apart by a disaster or multiple disasters for some, then I think we can become fragmented and unwhole.
When you face something like that and you come up on the other side, and you know that you have the fortitude to be able to do that. And in life, you're going to have curves like that all the time. And so I think that that's one of the meanings that I got out of it for myself. Is like, you know what, we can do this. We can stay here. We can survive through it and be better prepared for the next thing. Hopefully it's not another disaster. In our case, it has been, but there's been other things in life that have come our way that we just, I think, take that same persistence and that same can-do attitude.
In the last few minutes, we have heard that resilience is an important part of dealing with and adapting to change after a disaster. It is important to recognize that your life will never be exactly the same as it was. Consider what you want your new reality to look like: fostering hope, acting with purpose, connecting with others, taking care of yourself, and searching for meaning can help you to determine what your new reality might be. We encourage you to view all of the Financial Recovery After Disaster videos, the Family Financial Toolkit, and other materials at this website.